Hi. Ooh. Hi. Welcome to the second episode of the PeachKnits podcast. My painting just fell. See? My name is Georgia. I am from Connecticut, but I'm currently in Massachusetts for school. And welcome back, or welcome to your first episode. It's been about 2 weeks since the last episode. I'm gonna move. I haven't done much. I just started school again, my second semester, my last semester of my senior year actually, and I look very put together today because I got a headshot, and a headshot for school, and I'll show you what it looks like. Looks like this. Looks good. That's why I'm so put together right now. I did change my shirt because it was the same shirt I wore in the first episode. So like I said, I have a few whips going on. Actually, I only have 2. So let's start with the finished object I have. I have one finished object, and it is my socks I was working on last week. I finished them. Yay! And they are in, I have the tag this time too because I did leave the tag here in Massachusetts. It is hedgehog fibers, sock yarn, and film noir. Boop, boop, boop. And it's 60% merino, 10% nylon. What? 90%. I'm filming on my iPad today because I left my SIM card at home, so I have to call my parents to see if they can find it. I thought I put it back, but I didn't. And this is a 2x2 rib, 25 rows, and then I think I did 65 rows of a 3x1 rib that I continued here, and it's a heel flap and gusset. I want to learn afterthought heel, but we'll see. And this time I changed it up. Instead of doing 65 rows for the foot, I did 62 to see if it would fit a little tighter, because I like how 65 feels, but it does feel kind of loose sometimes. So let's see how 62 works. So yeah, that is my only finished project in the last 2 weeks. I actually worked on them while I was at my mom's grooming shop because I was helping run the front desk for her. So I got a few rows in, didn't get much. So, and I used 2.25s or 1 US 1 Knit Pro slings. These are not my favorites to use because they're kind of dull. I feel I like kind of like a sharper point, and I have a favorite kind, but these are also like they're like a close number 1, like half a point off. One day I would like to use signatures because I heard they're pretty pointy, not pointy, but like sharp enough that you can like get it. I like them. I like these after I do the first row in socks. I don't like starting off with them really, but you never know. So next work in progress that I have, that wasn't started last time, but I brought it up, and it is the socks for my sister's boyfriend that he got from Secret Santa. And this is my last socks were 64 count cast on. This is a 80. It looks huge. It looks huge compared to this, but granted this is also a, this is ribbed, so it's kind of tighter, and this isn't. This is just a full-on vanilla sock. I've made him socks before, and ooh, I dropped stitches. And this is the size I used last time, but I don't remember it looking this big. So I did start it. I had like this much done on Christmas Day, but I pulled it all back. I think I said that in the last episode. Maybe. I can't remember. That was 2 weeks ago. So this is also just a hip flap and gusset. I was working on this while watching Dynasty on Netflix. Has anybody watched that? Tell me. It's good. Yeah. And his goes to, I did 45 for the leg, because he likes the mid-calf. I like the really tall ones. I actually put on a pair, like one of my first pairs that I made for myself. It's like a short pant. It just feels weird. I like the really tall ones because I like them sticking out of my boots when I wear them. And the ribbing is, I did 15 rows. Yeah, so hopefully I'll have those done soon. And I'm using a 2.25 or US 1, and these are the Knitter's Pride Carbons. These ones I really like. They're more expensive, but there was a yarn store going out of business this past summer near me, and everything, all like the knitting needles and all that, were half off, so I got 2 for the price of 1. I felt that because they're like $15 originally, and I was never going to spend that, but maybe now that I know I like them, maybe I will. But I have enough soft needles at the moment. See, they're like a much finer point. That's why I like them a little better. So I feel like I knit a little faster depending on the yarn with those. So that's that. I don't think I have the yarn for it near me. Oh, actually I do, but it's not the color. But it is the Huntington Valley yarns, and they come in 50 gram hanks, and they're 75 superwash merino, some 25 nylon. I very much enjoy this yarn. I gotta find out the blue color, because this is for these purple socks I made. So yeah. What is next? Oh, my flax sweater that I have. I have this much done now. I bound off the bottom. Oh, my mom's calling me. 1 second. Hello? Sorry about that. My mom called. So where was I? Flax. Yes. So I've been working on my flax sweater. Actually, funny enough, after the last episode, I noticed something in my garter stitch sleeve that was messed up. And I tried to fix it. Ruined it. Garter stitch is really hard to fix, so I'm never doing that again. Next time I see a mistake in garter stitch, don't care. I'm leaving it. So, I frogged the whole thing and restarted. Funny enough. And so, within 2 weeks, I've gotten all the way down to here. I just bound off this last night, actually, on, Wednesday night, depending when this goes up. It's Thursday today. So I just started the sleeves. Yeah. I literally only just did 2 rows of it. That's it. I just wanted to get it started. It was like 11 o'clock. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'll probably work on it more tonight. Hopefully I'll have it finished by next week, because I only have class twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. So that's fun. Yeah, it did get confusing though on the, what is this called? The yoke, the raglan increases. Because I did 18, it's free pattern, I can say it actually. There was 18 repeats, so I had to do it 18 times, rows 1 and 2. But when I did it 18 times, I was like 100 stitches off. So I just did it another 18 times. Like I calculated, well, it wasn't exactly 100, but I was off enough that I was like, so I did it another 18 times. So I think you're supposed to repeat rows 1 and 2 18 times each, not 8 and 8, or wait, 9 and 9. 8 and 8, 16. 99. So if anyone's doing it and gets confused and it's their first sweater, there you go. Granted, I don't know if that works for every size. That was at least for the medium large, I think it's the size I'm working on. Yeah. But so far so good. It might end up being a gift for my mother because my mom's done a lot for me and she likes it so far. And yeah, I might fit her a little better. I didn't really gauge swatch, but I'm on gauge with it. And then I didn't really have a tape measure, and I had to like think, like I used a ruler and then added it together. So I think next time I make this, I will probably do a small or small medium, depending. So yes, there's my flax. But yeah, when I ended it, I was still working on it. I was like, maybe here. So, yay! I'm happy about that. It's going a lot better than I thought it would. After that, just that one little hiccup in the pattern. And for this, I am using the Patton's Classic Wool Worsted Weight yarn. And it is pure wool, 100 grams. I didn't want to use really expensive yarn or like the expensive yarn for my first sweater, just in case. The next thing I have, I never really worked on it at all since the last episode, is the Find Your Way socks. I'm debating on just frogging them and then making a different pair of socks out of it, or just like ripping and just doing the pattern on one side, because they're really tight and for some reason they're just really short, and this is 70 altogether because that's what I used to do. Yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4. Oh, I did make them too short, so maybe I will frog it back and figure it out, or just start over. I do enjoy this pattern. This pattern's very easy. It's a nice simple repeat. Like after every time like I go back to it, I do have to review it for at least like 2 rounds, and then after that I'm fine. So actually I might just rip these back and just start them over, because I did make this too short. And maybe like go up a little on this so it's not as tight. I'm like looking at the iPad but not looking at the camera. And these are also being knit up on, oh, I dropped a lot of stitches. On Knit Pro Zings 2.25 US 1. I'll fix these later. Usually this isn't a yarn thing, but I don't have them in one. I don't know the yarn for this. It's something alpaca. It is on my Instagram. So maybe I'll leave it down below if I remember. If I don't, you can tell me. Oh, or I can leave it in the show notes. I just made a Ravelry group for the podcast. Yay! Because my sister actually for Christmas made me like my whole. She's the reason it just caused the. Well, why my name is Georgia PeachKnits, and why the podcast is named PeachKnits Podcast. So thank my sister Scarlett. She's real talented on that Photoshop because it is her job. But usually that is in this needle cozy. This is from Amber's Yarn Shop on Etsy. And I think she's the cousin or the sister of Christy from Yarn Cafe Creations. And then the other socks I'm working on are probably going to go in these. And this is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. There's actually sock needles in it right now. This is from Molly Klein Designs, who is also the person I got my yarn advent calendar from, which is Sweet Tea Knits. Yay! We love including everyone. And actually, this is how much yarn I tend to have left over every time I make socks, which kind of surprises me every time. Like, it's a lot. And I feel like I used a lot of yarn too. So, I might make something else out of this. Don't know. Might use it in something. Some fun pattern that I haven't found yet. Yes. So those are all my works in progress that I have at the moment and finished objects. I'll show you now projects I want to work on. Here's so I want to make a hat. I bought this yarn in Florida. Actually, my grandma bought it for me. I was gonna buy it for myself, but my grandma bought it for me as like a birthday present. And this is Classic Elite Yarns Mika, and it's 100% organic cotton, and it doesn't feel like a cotton. It doesn't feel like a cotton you would make like a dishcloth out of. And it's 50 grams, 165 yards. I machine wash it. I machine wash my socks and it doesn't do anything, so. Does anyone else machine wash their socks? And it is in the color Bumblebee. Look how pretty that is. So, I really want to make a hat out of it. That's what I bought it for, to make a hat. Ooh, this outfit. Yes, I love it. So hopefully I'll make a hat out of it. I tend to buy, I have another, like an acrylic yarn, kind of like this color that I got for a hat. Never made a hat. Because I think I really wanted to knit a hat when I got this, and I didn't know how to knit yet in April. I started learning near the end of May, because I wanted to make socks. And then my next pair of socks I want to make out of this color. I got this in August maybe? June. And it was the Night Owl Fibers, maybe June. Night Owl Fibers yarn. And it was her color of the month colorway. So you can't get this anymore. And it's Blue Lagoon. And there's just the basic sock. 75-25. It's very pretty. I think I want to try to make a sock pattern from this. Not like my classic rib socks that I've been making. But we'll see. Now what else? I don't know if she wants me to mention this, but I'll mention it. One of my subscribers gifted me a pattern, and it was The Weekender by Andrea Mallory, which is actually something I really wanted to knit, funny enough. And I'm going to my Instagram so I can find it. Like, I remember her name, but I want to make sure I get it right. And her name's Knitting Detective, and she gifted me the Andrew Mallory pattern, which I very much appreciate. So that's probably gonna be the next one. Did I say Weekender? Yeah, The Weekender. I thought I said something weird. My next pattern, and I definitely want to get like a nice yarn for it, like a good yarn. Hopefully. I think that's it. That's like the only acquisition type thing I've got. I don't often buy yarn because I'm in college. I think that's it. Let me look. Yes. My Instagram is Georgia_Peach_Knits. My Ravelry is GeorgiaX16. Our group page is PeachKnits Podcast. What else is there? Ravelry, Instagram. And then the YouTube is PeachKnits Podcast. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed over the past 2 weeks. It really means a lot. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode, this week's episode. I think I'm going to try to do them at least every week to every 2 weeks if I can. Yes, that's it. Bye!